Well, hello and welcome, and it is the CRANKWORX time of the year. So you join me on the side of the Trans-Canada looking out over an ever-evolving landscape. You know, from the Calgary area where I'm coming from, you know, you go through a little bit of the plains, you get into the mountains. By the time you start nearing Kamloops, you can see how arid and dry and how the trees start to sort of thin out on the landscape, the soil color changes. It's just a really cool drive, and then as we continue on, it's going to get even more dry until we get right to the coast, in which case we're going to find, you know, deep, dark soils and moist, dark forests, and it's a really cool, journey to kind of watch the landscape change, and all in the span of a day. So hello and welcome back. And today is day 0, where we are driving from Alberta out to British Columbia to go position ourselves in the Squamish area at first to get a few days of riding in, and then make our way up the Sea to Sky Highway to the epicenter of mountain biking, Whistler, British Columbia, for CRANKWORX 2023. So I'm gonna get back on the road. We're gonna do a quick stop in Kamloops to get a bite to eat, and then we are going to continue on to Squamish. So come join me. I just made it to Squamish. The drive was amazing and the weather couldn't be better. Before we go to our campsite, I'm going to pop into one of my favorite places here in town and get some sweet treats for tonight and in the morning. All right, mission was a success. Now let's head up to the campsite. So thanks for joining me on the drive out here to Squamish. We just got the camp set up, and I've poured myself a glass of rosé, and I have a sweet treat from the Fox and Oak Bakery and Donuts. That's it for day 0. I just need to strap down the vestibule, and I'm gonna call it an early night here because I have a big day planned for tomorrow, day 1 out here in Squamish on kind of the metaphorical road to CRANKWORX, or my own road to CRANKWORX. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the drive and the scenery as much as I did, and I'm looking forward to a pretty awesome day in Squamish. I can't believe I'm here. I absolutely love this place. So good night for now, and we'll see you in the morning. Hello and welcome to day 1. So there's been a big change of plans. Initially, I had a really big day in mind, but after 12 hours of driving and getting into city and setting up camp and everything. Ended up just sleeping in, which is quite okay, just listening to the body. So it's like 5:30 p.m. I just hung around camp all day. It was really enjoyable. But we're gonna go hit just a fun trail. It's called Half Nelson here on the Diamond Head area. And it's a trail that I rode last year. It's a blue trail, it's a flow trail. It's just fun times. So rather than do the big day today, I thought I'd just come out and hit up this trail. Although all things being equal, it's actually been very hot today with no wind. So if it looks like I'm perspiring quite heavily right now, it's because I simply am. However, I'm going to postpone that longer day for a cooler day, which will hopefully either be tomorrow on day 2 or even day 3, the day following. Nevertheless, that will happen, and I'm actually really looking forward to that, although I think a bit of it's going to be type 3 fun. In the meanwhile, like I said, the sun is just super low in the horizon now, so we're going to kind of race it to the bottom, and depending how much light is left, maybe squeeze in one extra little bonus trail. So hop on and let's go check it out. You. Lots of mixed lighting in here right now. Whoa. There we are. That is upper half Nelson. And head over to the gazebo here because something was rattling. Let's try to figure out what it is. Oh, it's my pump again. There we go. I've had issues with this one-up EDC pump. Actually, since I got it, to be fair, it was worse last year because it was expanding while I was riding down. You probably heard that tinging. That was the pump had extended a little bit and was bouncing off my frame or the cable or maybe even itself. But one up sent me a new rubber gasket, which was marginally better, but the pump still does occasionally expand. So I've had to flip it so I'm running it with the pump handle up, but even then it'll expand out, and then with the plug here down at the bottom to keep dirt and debris out, it won't allow the plunger to go back down, so it just keeps perpetually expanding. Also, an apology to the 3 German guys. I led you a little bit of astray. I brought you down here thinking I knew the way, but yeah, that was the upper half Nelson. So if you happen to catch this video in the future, my apologies, and that's the bit that you missed. So in the meanwhile, let's continue on down half Nelson proper. Whew. Tried to do a fun little skid, didn't work out quite the way I wanted. Stay online, Colin.
a lot of loose over hard pack, and then you get flashes of light in your face blinding you from the sun. Whew. I'm not even gonna pretend like I remember this trail. I remember bits and pieces of it from last year. I only rode it the once. Oh, that light, it's very distracting. I wonder if it's going to come through on camera. You. Fun little pumpers. Oh. So this is a cut through onto Angry M, but we want to go left. So left we will go. Oh, I wish you could smell this forest. There's a cedar quality to it, but it's oh, how to describe that? It's like a cedar, not pine, but like oh, I know what it is. It's cedar and moss. So there's that sort of that what's called petrichor. That's the smell of after it's rained, and it's like that mixed with cedar. Ooh, didn't link that turn very well. Inside line. Gentlemen. Nothing like loose over hard pack, eh?
Oh, it's just like home.
Where's home for you?
NorCal.
Pineapple.
You. Hey, thanks, you too. Cheers. Nicely done, gentlemen.
Thank you.
There you go. Oh,
You keep going down the berm.
there it is.
That was more impressive than what we
Cheers. Oh, so loose. Oh my gosh, so loose. So I didn't think it was fair to you to only see me do one trail. So I'm coming up here. I'm going to drop into the lower half of a trail called Hybrid. I had a quick look at the upper half. That looks fun. But it's getting late in the day. I'm not sure what time it is. Probably, I don't know, maybe 6:37, something like that. So I'd like to have a rinse off and make some food and sit and relax for a bit while the sun goes down. So we'll just do the end a little bit here. Should be nice though in this light. So we are at the top of Hybrid. This is the second section. We're going to drop in and check out this trail. I've never ridden it before. I had a quick look at things. Seems like most is rollable and looks like a lot of fun, although really loose, like moon dust eater conditions right now. So let's go check it out. Woo! All right, well, that's the end of day one. I feel the need to apologize for maybe building it up more than it actually turned out to be. As I explained in the video, honestly, I was more wiped out than I thought I was, and quite frankly, I knew I was being ambitious with that big plan anyways. But I can say with 100% confidence, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. And I think what ended up happening today, despite its extremely high temperature and my struggling in it, it was nice to warm up on some, flowier trails. I had never ridden the middle section of, the lower section of Hybrid before, and that's probably one of my favorite. I think it would run a lot better if it wasn't such loose over hard pack, because I found it difficult to go into a lot of the turns feeling really confident. But to be totally fair, a big part of that is just me, learning to develop as a rider and to get better and more confident and, choose better lines and all that good stuff. So yeah, neither here nor there, I suppose. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying Hybrid, the upper into the lower. I think that would be a really cool trail to come out and do. So stay tuned. Day 2 tomorrow, and day 2 is going to be the big one. Part of the reason why it's going to be so big, again, is that I'm really trying to incorporate more and more tripod shots with the different lens, and that means multiple takes. So for me to just take one clip on a tripod, I'm riding into it, then I'm hiking back up, riding by that tripod, hiking back up, and then riding through it again out with a bit of speed, excuse me. And so that's just for one. And if I want to get 2 angles, add another run into that mix as well. And so if you appreciate the tripod shots, please give this a like button. If you aren't already subscribed, I would greatly appreciate that. The like would help other people, and let's be honest, the algorithm, share this video with other people. And I would love to get this to a point where I know everybody talks about growing the channel, but really what I would like to do is get this to a point where I can have just enough revenue to either help me buy a second GoPro so that I don't have to do so many shots, so I can do more for you. Because trust me, hiking up certain sections of trail, especially the really gnarly sections that you'd want to get on film, good grief, that is a lot of effort and time and energy. And it's well, I filmed one of my videos recently, T-Dub, that came out. That took me about 4 hours to film. You can actually see in the video it transitioned from being really sunny to overcast and windy and fairly late in the day. And actually thanks to the guys who gave me a ride back up to my vehicle, because it started to rain and I was not looking forward to that climb back up. So there's such a really good riding community, especially in the Calgary area. So, thanks to everybody who's, helped me out so far this year. But I just kind of want to give a little bit of context, because I don't want to be that cliche YouTuber who's always asked you to like and subscribe, but I also kind of, I want to share, what I'm putting into the video so that I can illustrate what I really want to be doing. I want to do more. I want to do more, beautiful cinematic shots with better equipment. I don't want to always be filming, on my phone, which is what I'm filming on right now. I would like, to be able to get a proper camera, so that I'm not constantly paranoid about my phone battery dying, which, being that it's 3 years old now, it doesn't like me quite as much as it used to. So these are the reasons that I'm asking about liking and subscribing to the videos, and it's also why I'm always talking about the dog leashes, the Grey Wolf Alpine dog leash, because 100% of that revenue is going to go right back into supporting this channel. So if you appreciate what I'm trying to do, and you would like to help me get to that to that point where I'm envisioning, then please consider doing so. In the meanwhile, take care. Thank you very much for watching. As always, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.